Alrighty, I'm just going to do some adjustments here. What is up? Let me stand back. See if the camera will adjust for me. What is going on, my friends? Welcome to Mumfy Monday Live. Hope you're all doing well. This is just me getting back from a camping trip, and I'm gonna have noisy neighbors in the background for this one. So anyway, hope you guys all doing really well. What have you guys been up to? How's your weekend been? Leave me a comment down below and we'll see what's up. So, there it is. I'm going to have some updates on how my camping trip went, how the vehicle held up, how the Tacoma held up on my camping trip. I'm actually really surprised as to how well this did on the trails. So, how is it going? Looks good and expensive, yeah. I've noticed you've been wanting me to cover just how much I've spent on the truck, and I will have an answer for that. So, what is up, Yoda Lander? How you doing? How was your weekend? You've got a bunch of stuff coming up on your truck as well. So, just letting everybody know that I just been back from a camping trip, and I'll have some notes on how the Tacoma handled. First time really getting the suspension off-road, so some pretty good updates on that. But yeah, I finally took it off-road. But yeah, and if you need proof on taking it off-road, and we did have some pretty nasty rain, but there you go, some dirt on the actual Tacoma. So I do take off-road. It's just been a little bit challenging for me to actually get it off-road for a little bit, but got a couple more camping trips coming up. I'm looking forward to that. So, how did it handle the suspension upgrade? Yeah, I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Good weekend, still getting used to the suspension. Very awesome, plenty more to come. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I believe you still got the extended brake line upgrade coming as well. So I still have to put that one on as well. That's definitely a current upgrade that's coming down the line. But yeah, so camp trip took place Friday and Saturday. It was just a quick one-nighter up into the Uintas, even though it was still about a 5-hour drive. That's one way. But the drive was really awesome. I'm going to put together some video and stuff like that I took of just kind of us driving up there. But yeah, in the Uintas, it's actually back behind these mountains here. Mirror Lake Highway, really pretty place here in Utah. Lots of offshoot roads. Most of what we were on were fire roads, just main trails. So nothing Nothing like down in Moab where I was rock crawling or anything like that. Did have one section that was kind of rutted out, but other than that, everything was really, really good. Real beautiful just out there. And finally, time to get out. The only downside was actually the high winds. We had high winds over the weekend. But other than that, camp trip was great. Working out some of the camping kinks. But yeah, everything was good. So yep, need to get the extended brake lines on before any major wheeling. Thinking about full skids next. And I need an air compressor as well. That's something that I need, is that I'm looking forward to getting as well. And I'm not. There's a couple of different twin air compressors out there. Obviously, there's the ARB, and then there's another one out there that looks exactly like it, but in a green motif. Just from a different company. Not really sure how they compare, and I don't necessarily want to spend, you know, $400 per just to compare them. But yeah, definitely something that would have made my ride maybe just a little bit more comfortable. But I will say the icons were amazing out there, and there was quite a few washboards out there that it just it ate them up. But other than that, so hopefully that answers your question, JGR22Z. Power tank. Is that a power bank? That was definitely something that I took out with me. This is just the 300, the Jackery, that held up really well. There's a couple others out there that are looking pretty good, but I went with this. It was quick, order on Amazon. But anyway, yeah, so obviously I do not have a rooftop tent, but so this time around we just did a ground tent. Worked out really well, even in the high winds. Fastest way to air up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check my IG for sure. But yeah, do you guys have any questions on for me? What else did you guys do over the weekend? Any big modifications for your Tacomas? I do have an update. I will be getting rid of my Raptor lights. I'm done with them. This is my third set. I've had two smoke white, and then this is a clear white. I'm just done. I believe that one right there has burned out, and I'm kind of over the Raptor lights. If you guys find a decent pair that you guys are happy with, go for it. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm done. They were kind of nice, but not anymore. So let's see what else is going on with you guys. And I gotta say, thank you for joining me on this live. I really appreciate you guys kind of jumping in here. I do have kind of a large or pretty big announcement coming up. I'm kind of thinking I'll announce it next week. But you know what? Since you guys are sticking with me, hang out for and hit the like button if you guys want me to give you guys a little bit of a heads up before next week's announcement. I need to know if you guys are kind of interested in hearing maybe some big news coming up. What is going on, El Splendor? Thanks for jumping in and checking out the live. Greatly appreciate it. Oh man, you're just going all out, Yoda. Skids, front, rear. Those Morimotos. Yeah, I'd like to see what those how those Morimotos hang out, or how they end up doing. Thanks. Appreciate that, El Splendor. Yeah, truck is looking good. Dirty. And just proof that I actually take it off-road. It's not just a pavement queen. Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate that. What are some of your favorite mods that I've put on the truck? I'd like to hear you guys' your input on what you guys think so far of the Tacoma. Yeah, it's a good thing that about the cement, it always looks clean from a distance. Yeah, I've noticed that too. I was walking away from parking it at work. I'm like, man, this thing looks so dirty up front. I take about 10 steps, look back, and yeah, it looks clean. Liking the slimline front bumper. Yeah, I'm liking this thing too. It is a bit, it can be a little bit of a pain to kind of line up. I actually had a friend over on Instagram hit me up and was asking, because they ended up doing the tube style front bumper instead of the full plate like I did, and they were kind of having just a little tiny bit of alignment issues trying to get it up on the bolts. So they had to trim off just a little bit more material than I did on mine, but you kind of run into that with a plastic front bumper versus the steel. The steel's kind of set, and you kind of have to work around it with the plastic bumper. But yeah, I definitely like that. Wind noise with the boxes. You know what? I've had this thing up to about 80 miles an hour on the freeway, and I have no wind noise. I can't really say it. I have very minute wind noise, but it's not coming from the boxes. It's actually the Prinsu wind deflector can cause a little bit of whistling, but I mean, it's so low and not noticeable. I mean, you have your music on, you won't even hear it. So for those of you that have just kind of jumped on, I have just got back from a camp trip, and I was going to cover kind of how the suspension handled during that trip, and it was very, very, very good. I highly approve of the ride. There were times where I was definitely cruising down some of the fire roads, and I mean, it was smooth, just smooth. Thinking about getting a wrap, but just can't justify paying $4,000 at Lucid wraps. Yeah, the wraps can be pricey. Are you looking at doing a full wrap, Yoda, or are you just like a partial? That's something that I've kind of kicked around. I'm thinking I might do a custom route, maybe just along the bottom and then up the bed. But I'm not looking at doing a full wrap. Awesome, just because I ordered me a box. Nice, Jeremy. Did you actually go with Rome or did you go with another brand? I know that 23-0 actually has one that's similar to the Rome. Obviously, you've got, was it Pelican? There's a few other brands that do boxes, so I'm kind of curious. What did you go with? So anyway, yeah, getting back to the suspension. Yeah, the Icon Stage 8, even without the adjustable reservoirs, I was so happy. I didn't feel like I was being jarred around. Obviously, you can't get rid of all of the bouncing around, but oh man, it was a huge difference. And having the Add-A-Leaf suspension system in the back, well, I just replaced mine because I got rid of the block that was in the back. Is just night and day. There definitely has been a couple of off-road trails that I've hit with the block that was just not comfortable. You definitely felt quite a bit of the jarring. What do I think of the Solar Octane color? You know, it's definitely an interesting color for sure. I think a lot of people that were happy with the Inferno are going to like the Solar Octane. Definitely bright for sure. Alright, so you do a full wrap. Also need to consider rust prevention on the frame too. Oh, okay. You just going to do a spray or is there something else that you're kind of looking at doing? Rome. Okay, so you went with the black Rome 83. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't need the 95, yeah, the 83s are really, really nice. Now I do have a video on mounting these without having to drill holes in them. So there's a couple of mounting options. The one that I went with is Sherpa. So be sure to check them out. They're a fairly inexpensive mount if you don't want to spend the $250 for the Rome mounts. What do you think about that Solar Octane, Splendor? And then there's also the blue. There's a kind of is it a purplish blue? I can't remember. What do you guys think of those colors? Yeah, there's lots of rust prevention out there. Hard to pick. So one of the things that I did pick up for my camping trip was a way to hold water, and I ended up picking up this. This is the Front Runner. It's a 5-gallon water jug. I like it because it does have the option for a little nozzle down here. Just twist off. It's a great way. I'm actually probably going to replace this with a brass nozzle, which you can order from Front Runner. But yeah, a way to carry water is definitely important, and this thing is that thing's really nice. Got the same mounts you got, but watching you, but they didn't come in black. What? They didn't come in black? I was wondering if they must have they must not have powder coated them for you. That's crazy. Are there any roads leading up to those mountains behind you that you can four-wheel on? There are a ton of roads that that are actually up in these mountains. So this is the Rockies, kind of the Utah side of the Rockies, where Colorado's on the other side of those. But yeah, there are lots of there's lots of good off-road trails kind of up in the mountains. I think a little bit more north. There's really good off-road trails that really take you back into the range. Up here, you've got Big Cottonwood and Little Cottonwood, which are a little bit more. They're paved, that gets you up to the ski resorts. So there's not as many off-road trails, but there's some good hikes and stuff like that. Once you get kind of on the backside of the Rockies, you know, these here, you start finding some really good off-road trails. Who you feature next on the taco shout-out series? I don't know. People don't follow instructions and hit me up on Instagram to let me know if they're interested in being featured. So if you guys want to be featured on my Friends of the Channel, either send me a message here on my YouTube channel, my email address, or if you're on Instagram, jump over there and send me a DM. Let me know that you'd like to be featured on the next one. So I definitely want to highlight a lot of you guys for supporting me on this channel, and it's just my way of kind of saying thank you and giving back. So be sure to let me know if you want to be featured next. But yeah. But speaking of which, no, I'm not speaking of which. Can I talk about the Mumfy package Switch Pro just picked up? Okay, so VL, are you talking about the tray? The Mumfy package tray that you can get from SD Off-Road MT, from Derek over there. If that's what you're talking about, the Mumfy package does come with the tray setup. It comes with the bus bar. It comes with the terminal block, either the 6 or the 12 fuse block, and all the wiring and mounting hardware that you need. The only thing that he does not provide is the actual Switch Pro, but everything else he will provide that for you. Just let him know that it's the Mumfy package, and he'll know exactly what's going on. All right, Yoda. I keep seeing you post up all the goodies that you're putting on your truck over on Instagram for sure. It is looking pretty good, and we'll get that going. But yeah, you're welcome, VL. Hope that helps. And yeah, good luck on all that setup and everything. Nice. Yeah. So be sure. Derek is a really awesome guy over there. He's an independent maker of these mount trays, and I like to support the little guys when I find them. And I actually came across his Instagram page through a YouTube video talking about it being installed on a 4Runner, and I reached out to him and said, "Hey, do you have one for the Tacoma?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, check this out." So really awesome dude, great to work with, very responsive, but he only runs through Instagram, and it's SD Off-Road MT. So be sure to reach out to him and if you're interested in that Switch Pro package. And then watch my install video on how to put it in. Just got the 6100 shocks on the truck. What do you think about that? So I ran the 51, or the 5100s. The 61s seem like a really good step up. And I know a lot of people are starting to go to the 61s. But without having any kind of experience with them, I don't necessarily want to say whether they're good or not. I know a lot of people are starting to swear by them, even going up to the 81 series that has I think that's got their reservoir on there. I know that there's a local guy here that actually has the Bilstein 81s and he loves them. But yeah, also got some new stuff coming on down the line for sure. I'll have a couple of new installs for you guys. And a pretty big announcement. And if you guys want a sneak peek, I'm going to need you to hit that like button. Just let me know that you guys want to be part of the in crowd, or the secret group, the Mumfy the Mumfy insiders. Any issues with the truck so far? So no, I haven't had any major issues with the truck so far. Minor stuff, scratches, things like that. One thing I did notice after this camping trip was that my leaf springs were starting to get a little bit squeaky, but it's nothing that's like a super big annoyance. It's more just kind of like a background squeak. But I mean, other than that, there's just regular maintenance stuff. But I have not had any major issues or any real issues of concern with the Tacoma. So the only kind of issues that I may run into are things that I've done to it, with maybe some electrical. I have noticed. So if you have a Switch Pro, this is just kind of good everyday knowledge for owners of Switch Pro. I've come across connection issues with with the wire from the controller inside the truck to the controller in the engine bay. And I reached out to Switch Pro just to get a new connection wire from the controller to the actual switch panel. And what that does is it ends up causing the connection to kind of short out, so the light may come on, but if you turn on any of your accessories, they may only come on for a little bit of time, and then the whole system kind of shuts down as it thinks that there might be an overload somewhere. I started playing around with the connection wires, and I've just found that it was basically the cable that connected the two. So I have to swap that out just to make sure that I have a good connection on that. But other than that, everything's working well. When I do have a good connection on the Switch Pro, everything lights up the way it's supposed to. So, Yoda, on cleaning the engine bay, which is something that I kind of need to do as well, check out Chris Fix on YouTube. He's got quite a bit of really good automotive stuff. And he's got a video, I think he calls it the super clean engine bay, where you basically just kind of spend a day cleaning your engine. I guess it's more of like a detailing your engine bay. So that might help you on cleaning the engine bay for sure. I definitely need to pick up some more stuff to clean the engine bay myself. What is up? The Ms.tastic asking about my headlights. So these are the factory LEDs. I did not get them aftermarket. Although there are some pretty cool aftermarket ones. Now if somebody can let me know how to hack these so that the daytime running lights are actually amber, I would greatly appreciate that, because I've seen a couple Tacomas out there that actually have the amber daytime running lights, and I really like that look. Walker, have I had any hesitation in the shifting transmission? Your 21 seems to have some hesitation once in third gear. Also, what are your thoughts on aftermarket tune? I do hit weird shift points and hesitation and stuff like that. I've noticed that like if you throw your shifter over into sport, it seems to start in fourth. I don't know if it drops down into third or anything like that, or if that's kind of the natural starting point for the Tacoma. But yes, I have had some hesitation, either trying to pass somebody, or even trying to get up to speed, to get a little bit of oomph behind it. As far as the aftermarket tunes, I think what needs to happen is you kind of need to figure out what tire size you're either currently running or going to, whether or not you're going to do a re-gear, your load capacity, what you're basically going to load up, and really kind of figure out what you want your Tacoma to do. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more quick and sport based, you're not going to put a whole bunch of mods on like an overlanding rig. You're just going to kind of keep a lift, bigger tires, stuff like that. Keep it simple. Find the right tune that's going to fit that need. Otherwise, if you're looking for kind of an overlanding one, there's a fellow YouTuber, Instagrammer, her name's Kristen. I'll have to link her YouTube video where she ended up doing an overland specific tune for her second gen Tacoma, and it really kind of helped. But she had also done a re-gear, so that's definitely something I'd look into. I mean, definitely once I kind of get my truck where I want it to be, then I'll start looking into a tune, but I'm not looking to do a tune first and then try and build up to it so I have to retune it again. Hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, Splendor, yeah, exactly. Hesitation from a stop, sometimes under hard acceleration, yeah. I get the same thing. I have noticed it doesn't as much when I have the ECT turned on, but for the most part, I'm just, I'm not in that big of a hurry, but when I am, I'll definitely hit the ECT button, and it seems to help mitigate some of that hesitation. All right, so 4 of you have hit the like button, so that means that you guys definitely are interested in maybe a sneak peek. So, I know some of you have been wanting some Mumfy merch, so I am going to be launching a store pretty soon, and I've got a website coming. So there's the big announcement for for all of you that have stuck with me this far. Thank you so much. I will do kind of a big official announcement next week. So, yeah, I actually did design this this shirt here, just the 3rd generation grill with the Tacoma on there. So This was kind of this was a limited run that I ended up doing. I think I might put up a variation of this that actually just says Mumfy in the middle. So yeah, if you guys like these. Actually, Aang won one of these in one of my giveaway videos. So we've done a couple. I have done a couple of giveaway videos, and yeah, this was definitely one of my prizes that I gave out, because I just appreciate you guys so much for being here and sticking with me on all these videos and showing support. Patches, yes, that's something that I'm gonna have to reach out, and I'm definitely trying to do a little bit of design work on my end to just find the right patch. So keep an eye out for sure. But yeah, if you guys are interested in just a little bit about me, I am kind of a graphic designer for my full-time job, and I did dabble a little bit in screen printing, so that's kind of a little bit where this came from. But because the screen printing didn't really necessarily take off for me, I'm actually going to be outsourcing the screen printing. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate it. Is the pedal commander worth getting? Jeremy, I actually don't have the pedal commander, so I can't say one way or the other. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things. It just kind of depends down on preference. But I can't say either way, and I don't want to give my input on something that I don't have on the truck. I know Rob Motive has got what is it? The Sprint booster, that's what he has. He's got the Sprint booster, and he seems to enjoy it. It definitely looks a little bit more lower profile as far as the box than the pedal commander. So it's it falls down to preference, and I don't necessarily want to mislead anybody. I'm sure if you guys do a full package, so you do a tune, pedal commander, re-gear, all that stuff, you're gonna have one hell of a truck. Patrick, I have the jet accelerator pedal. I've never heard of that. You know what? Just hook up a couple of NOS bottles and you guys are good to go. No, just kidding. Then you just get the NOS nozzles that spray out the hood. All right, so here's a quick question for you guys. What do you think I should add to the Tacoma that I haven't already? Or what's something that I should look at? I have quite a few ideas of what I should add to this. And, okay. I did have this question pop up from, let me see here. JGR002Z has asked this question, and I've kind of avoided it for so long because I think I might end up doing its own video, and that's going to end up being how much have I spent on my Tacoma so far. Now, just real quick, with all the mods that I have purchased for this truck, and yes, I have purchased every single one myself. I may have had a little help getting minor discounts here and there, but yeah, it's definitely pricey, and I spent a little bit of time kind of adding up. Yeah, I have definitely added a little over $10,000 to the Tacoma. So just to give you an idea, you don't have to go this route. I mean, especially for the two Roam boxes, they're definitely pricey, but yeah, it's definitely expensive. You don't necessarily have to go my route. I know the brands that I like and want to stick with because they have been around for a while, and I mean, they're just good quality stuff. That's why they're around for so long. Speedometer calibration. You know, that's kind of interesting, El Splendor. I'm not exactly sure if I'd need a speed calibration for the 32s that I have, or 33s, or the 285s. I mean, I haven't had too much of an issue with that. I mean, because I ended up starting off with a lift and these tires. So I don't know if the dealership actually did a recalibration on it. I'm not necessarily sure. It'd be interesting for sure. But whenever I've passed by kind of your local radar speedometer sign, it's usually pretty accurate to what my tax says, so, or my speedometer says. No more problems with your Raptor lights after adding silicone. I actually still had issues with my Raptor lights even after adding silicone. The set I had before these, I had silicone on the back and they still ended up burning out. They still got condensation inside of them. And I'm kind of done with the whole Raptor light, grill light situation. They were kind of nice, but I'm kind of over it now. Besides, I've got my custom grill that lights up whenever I want it to. Check this out. Yeah, can your grill do that? And the guy that made this for me also has a multicolor version available where you can change the color. So yeah. Yeah, let's see your grill do that. And if you guys are interested, he can customize these to say whatever you want them to. And you can do the light or you don't have to. I know Wander Taco has one. But TacoClout is where I picked it up. Same with the overlays that I did for my headlights, the amber deletes. I'll actually show you guys that. So, yeah, amber deletes here, pretty cool. Overpriced supercharger. Hey, you know, if you got the money for that, for one upgrade, yeah, the supercharger. But well, I think I'm gonna call it for this round of Mumfy Live. I gotta say thank you for everybody that has joined on here. Splendor, did you do the tailgate power locks? All right. Yes, the tailgate power lock that I did is actually the OEM. It's from Toyota. I do have a link, real quick. Yeah, the website down below in the description will take you to the website if you guys want to check that out. And I have a mod list of everything that I have on the Tacoma over there, and a link to where you guys can actually pick it up. Now, getting back to the tailgate lock, yes, it is the OEM. It's very, very quiet. I've heard that the pop-in lock is noisy, and that's why Running for Tacos brought out a new one. But if you go at the factory, it's fairly quiet. Actually, here you go. I have my keys with me. And I guess it's already unlocked. So here you go. So it actually is. I'm not exactly sure how loud the pop-in lock was, but yeah. And there are two versions that I have listed. One for if you have a long bed, and one that's for the short bed. So definitely keep an eye out for, there are two different versions. One's just a little bit longer on the connection wire. So be sure to check that out. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to wrap it up there and let my noisy neighbors kind of drive through all my live video. But thanks again for joining me. Looking forward to the next one. I think I'm going to do these once a month. So thanks again for joining me, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.